playing great basketball.
Defender to the basket, Jason Tatum.
Be covering pre and post game back on this channel.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back into another episode of the Celtics Talk Weekly podcast. I am your host, Rob Haytan. Joined with me is my co-host, Justin Lowe, and a very special guest, Jack Cote. Guys, thank you. Well, Jack, first of all, thanks so much for joining us.
Of course.
If you haven't listened to his podcast, which I'm sure you've seen his clips somewhere, he's pretty notorious for putting out his love towards Jason Tatum. But imagine what is it? Imagine sports.
That's what you could call it. Yeah. There you go. Imagine sports.
Imagine Sports. So go check out his podcast if you haven't. And guys, before we get started, I'd like to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's episode, Sharps. Sharps is a social media platform for all your betting needs. You can go over there onto Sharps. The link will be in the description. Use promo code ROBC078 and you can check out what Justin, what Ian, what we're all betting over there. If you got friends, you guys can all track your bets. It shows you your win percentage, your profit gain and lost. If you're someone who needs to see that, hopefully not. But go check out Sharps, guys. We love them over there. So big shout out to Sharps. Let's hop right into this. We're finally in the playoffs. It's about damn time, right? C's get that 2 seed. I'm going to pull that up on the screen now so we can see the bracket. The Hawks are in. They beat the Heat. So that's who the Celtics will face. Tonight we got Bulls Heat. Winner will go play the Bucks. Lakers beat the T-Wolves. We're not really too focused on that side of the bracket out west, though. Justin, we're talking about the C's Hawks. More importantly right now. Let me hear what you got for us, right? Start us off in this little playoff preview. What you got?
Well, Lollipop Boy came out, won one game in Miami. No, look, like seriously, like I think the thing with first of all, talk about the play-in game, right? Like Miami got ran out of their own gym on their home court. And there he is. Miami got ran out of the gym on their home court. And I don't think people are like gonna realize this, but doesn't Miami have like a bottom 5 offense in the entire NBA? Like their offense sucks. They made the Atlanta Hawks look like a playoff team, not a play-in team. Miami played horrible, but you got to give the Hawks credit. I think the Celtics gentlemen sweep them. I think here's the thing: Celtics should sweep them 4-0, hands down, on paper, on the court, a better team. But for some reason, I'm just getting this weird vibe that we drop a game. Trae Young gonna pop off a game, or Clint Capella grabbing like 30 offensive rebounds because that's one of our biggest weaknesses is closing out a defensive possession. But I don't know. I think it's a 4 or 5 game series. I wouldn't be, I'd be very surprised if this pushed out to 6 or 7. I think shame on the Celtics if that happens.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted Atlanta at first, and then I kind of saw Miami last night. And I was saying to myself, like, damn, like if that's what Miami looks like, I mean, I don't think
4-0 sweep Miami. We 4-0 sweep Miami. No doubt.
For sure.
Yeah, like I'm thinking to myself, like, I mean, Atlanta didn't look great. I think Miami made Atlanta look a lot better than what they are. But I mean, after last night, maybe Miami would have been better. But I mean, I still like it. I like us at 4 against the Hawks.
Kyle Lowry is not doing that.
Yeah, I mean. My favorite thing about Miami losing last night was Kendrick Perkins was like, he's like, I'd be worried if I was Celtics fans right now. And then he'd be like, bro, we don't even have to worry about that crap right now. It's like, dog, we're not even going to see him. We're going to sweep Atlanta. It's going to be easy. It's going to be probably a blowout every single game.
Yeah.
And we're going to kill them. We should, at least. If we don't, I don't know. I'm not going to be satisfied with just dropping a game because we're playing down to our competition. It's the playoffs. Celtics gotta play for real.
And by the way, Beinvenue's here. He joined us late, but that's who that is.
Yeah.
Jack is
I'm
here.
on campus Wi-Fi.
So that's who that's if you're listening in and not watching on YouTube, that's who that
don't worry,
is.
that's not Kendrick Perkins. That's it. I know everybody.
Right, I know.
I
know. If you got confused, you thought Kendrick Perkins joined the stream.
No, but like let's go matchups here, right? Let's kind of like as as easy and it is to look at this series and be like, all right, season 4, season 5, let's like kind of dive into it. I think because the Hawks, like, as shaky as they've been, their offense is third, right? So like, I don't think the Hawks don't stand a chance at beating the Celtics, but I do think there's the opportunity for these guys to be series extenders, maybe push this thing 6, and I don't think that will be ideal. So, what do you guys think the C's need to do? Because I think they will take them in 4, but I mean, do you think there's that chance the Celtics are kind of like underestimating these guys? Because Miami, they got Butler, they got Spoelstra. Bam, the Hawks might be a team we kind of underestimate. Perhaps maybe they take a game or two. No,
I mean, Bam Adebayo is pretty much Mason Plumlee with a cool name. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, Bam Adebayo is not really all that. So I don't know. I don't think the Heat are much better than Atlanta.
So. Jesus Christ. He's just I mean, look, like Bam got exposed last night.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, how do you allow that many offensive rebounds? Like, I get Clint Capella's like a good rebounder, but still, it's like how many? Like, it was crazy the difference. They brought up the stat like 7 times in the post game show. It was like crazy.
I can pull that up. I can pull up the box score.
What's up, Jack?
There's no way the Hawks win a single game. There's just guys. I might go to game 4 in Atlanta. I might go to game 4 in Atlanta with a broom. I'm gonna walk through the streets of Atlanta with a broom sweeping.
Don't because you went to Memphis with a Steph Curry jersey on and they lost by 50. So let's not go to Atlanta with a broom. That'd be the worst case scenario.
Yeah, they don't want me there. All right,
No, you know what my favorite Jack moment was when he went to the Bills game and a Dolphins beanie and a Patriots jersey? Like, that was like my favorite thing ever. If we're talking about
I wore a Brady jersey, and I went with Dolphins fans.
Oh, okay.
Shout out Cutsy Picks Cash. So I wore one of their Dolphins beanies. They had an extra one. So I wore that on the head. I had a Tom Brady Patriots jersey, and I went to Bills Dolphins wild card weekend. It was absolutely electric. Like, dude, I chirp every 5 seconds. Could not take a step without getting chirped.
That was in Buffalo, right?
Yes, in Buffalo, in Bills Mafia. It was great. I had a blast.
Oh no, I bet.
You got to be a different breed to go into Bills Mafia with a Pats jersey.
Jack, you can understand, doing something crazy to get the attention of a fan base.
Of course.
My shit went pretty viral on Twitter, but
I remember that. Yep.
Yours didn't do too bad.
No, I wouldn't say so.
All right, well, let's get back on track here. We got to talk C's, right? End of the day. So,
of course,
say we take care of Atlanta. We can look past that series. We say I like Boston's. I mean, really, I think we're Atlanta, just a more complete basketball team. I like our size. I like our shooting. I like our guard play. I like our backcourts. I mean, everything really through it all. I think we outmatch them. Assuming Philly takes care of business against Brooklyn, which I would assume that's probably a 4-game series as well, maybe 5. And then
Rob's Wi-Fi is going haywire here. All
right, I think he's back. I think you're back.
All right,
you're
back.
Wi-Fi. There we go. Yeah, my Wi-Fi was. So I think this Philly series, right, because Sixers have been playing well, but the history against the C's is not on their favor. So so we said C's in 4 or 5, at most 5. I think we kind of agreed on 4 against Atlanta, but we got Philly now. Does Philly stand a chance? And I feel like I know everyone's answer, but how do we feel about our matchup against Philly? Do we like it? Yeah, you can start it.
Yeah, listen, guys, this is going to be a gentleman's sweep. We can talk. I'm sorry. Everyone is like highly anticipating this matchup. This is a marquee Sixers Celtics. Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum. Let's stop right there and understand the past of this relationship we got going on between the Sixers and Celtics. It doesn't go too well for trust in the process now, does it? This team is no different. They're kind of worse than past years, right? We're on a revenge tour. We're going to the championship. This is not going to be a close series. Like, we might sweep them. We're definitely going to win both in Boston. We have home court advantage, and then you win game 3, and then damn near Philly gives up. I mean, should I just say we sweep them? Yeah, we're going to sweep them.
I'm loving the confidence. I'm not going to lie, because like, I think on paper, Philly matches up pretty decent against us, but I think it's not a talent thing with Philly. I think it's more of a mental game. I don't think I don't think they truly believe that they can match up against us. Maybe if they had home court, maybe if Philly was a higher seed than us, then I think you're talking maybe a 7-game series, 6-game series. But I think the fact that Boston can go and start this thing off potentially up 2-0 is going to put a lot of pressure on Philly heading back to their place. So if Boston takes care of business, Justin, at home those first 2 games, I think that really blows the series to you're looking at 5.
What's that? Philly beating
Philly,
the Celtics?
Philly.
The
Celtics beating Philly. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, no, I think I said this well before the playoffs even started. There is nothing that worries me about Philadelphia.
Nothing.
You know, look, the Celtics, and I'm not making an excuse. I'm calling what I saw. It was on national TV. The Celtics were banged up. Philly fully healthy. They go in. I shouldn't say fully healthy, but we go in, and Joel Embiid scores 52 out of their 103. That is 51% of their points. You lost by 2. Jason Tatum, fall away buzzer beater for the win, for the tie, whatever, falls off the rim. You live with that. PJ Tucker, who averages 3 points a game, goes up for 10 points in the fourth quarter, 3 corner threes. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Like, the dude airballed the layup. The dude Grant Williams the layup in that same quarter where he hit 3 corner threes. There is nothing. And I don't care if Prime Harden is back and Joel Embiid is scoring 52. There is nothing about Philadelphia that worries me about, and this isn't trying to be cocky. This is what I see. And I think Boston's on a whole other level than Philly. I think I would be more concerned about a second round series against the Cleveland Cavaliers than I would against a Philadelphia 76ers. There is nothing about Philly that worries me.
And it's funny too, because I think if Philly was matched up against Milwaukee, I think that has 7 games written all over it. It's just something about Philly playing Boston that they haven't showed me a damn thing that has made me and has led me to believe that they can come in to our place and beat us 4 times. I mean, and with that being said, what was it, Justin? In 2020 they beat us 3 times? And
the bubble year they beat us
and then
3-1.
Yeah, and then we swept them in the playoffs. So, like, is there a chance maybe that this goes sideways for Boston? Sure, I'd give it a 5% chance, maybe. But, like, it's just crazy to me because you can look at a team like Philadelphia, and they've had so much success this year, right? Embiid's probably going to be the MVP. And he's cried his way to get it. But they're going to go, and they could take Milwaukee to 7. I really think that. But then they're going to come into Boston and just... It's like, what the hell? How do you let that happen in Philadelphia? Like, what has to give over there?
We just got to listen. We have to be able to look at this one series we got right now against Atlanta, because I think the entire season, the team knew. The Celtics knew it's them and it's Milwaukee. Everybody knows. Yeah. The entire NBA, the entire world knows those are the 2 teams. But the Celtics can't get ahead of themselves. They got to play to their game, because I know, we have young vets, I would say. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but like Tatum and Brown are as veteran yet, like Tatum's still like 19 years old, is he not? So
right.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Take it one series at a time. but I hate to be that guy. It's definitely gonna be Milwaukee, Boston. It's definitely Milwaukee's gonna cruise.
Well,
Milwaukee's gonna cruise, and I think Boston's gonna cruise.
I don't know.
The team that
I don't know how sure I am that Milwaukee's going to cruise. I mean, I think Cleveland can give them some trouble.
Oh, here we go.
I
Here
think
we
the
go.
Knicks. I think the Knicks beat the Cavs.
There's no shot that happens.
6 games.
Here we
There's
go.
no way.
Madison Square
There's no
Garden is a
shot.
magical place. Madison
you're
Square
crazy.
Garden is a magical place.
Magical place that hasn't seen what? I mean, how much did they
This
win
is
there?
the year.
Not a lot. I don't know, man. That seems pretty crazy. There's no shot Cleveland loses to New York, bro.
New York. can't-
Donovan Mitchell? Donovan Mitchell's not losing to New York.
You think Donovan Mitchell is going to go into the Garden, the place he said I ain't going to
Yes.
go play there?
I
And
do.
he's going to
He's
shut
gonna
them
tear
the
it
hell
up.
up. And he's
I
gonna
don't
shut
think
them up.
so. I think
They're
the
gonna boo him,
acquiring
and
of
he's gonna shut
Jalen
them up.
Brunson. Listen, the acquiring of Jalen Brunson is going to allow the New York Knicks to win this series.
What do
I'm-
you think it's finishing?
Yeah, what do you
Knicks
think
in
of
what?
7 games, Jack?
Knicks and what? Is he frozen? Or is
No,
he
he's
just
not.
doing that thing? Oh, he's
He's
doing
just
that
doing
thing.
that thing,
He pauses
bro.
for 30 seconds and then says, the legend of Jason Tatum is born.
I refuse to bring that quote out until further notice.
So what do you
Listen,
think?
I'm going to use that at the right time, in the right moment,
Let's go.
and it's coming. It's coming, fellas.
You were
That's
were,
coming.
were
It's
you
coming.
hold up, wait, was he not spot on though? Was that not the game 6 that he went into Milwaukee and
Yes,
No.
that's where it started.
yeah.
So the first ever time I said that exact statement was when he went into Milwaukee and dropped 40.
Jack.
I think it was
6.
46.
Jack.
46.
Yeah.
What is the Knicks series gonna be?
Knicks
You
and
said
Knicks and 6.
Knicks and
six?
6.
Cavs and 6.
I got-
Maybe
it goes
5.
back to Cleveland. It
The
goes
Cavs
back
might
to
win in
Cleveland.
5.
It's over.
The Cavs
Cleveland
might win
win.
in 5. The Cavs might just win in 5. I'm
Who
just
has
saying.
home court?
5.
Right.
Cleveland.
The series is
Cleveland.
decided in this. I don't know. I think it goes 2-2. I think the Knicks are going to steal game 1. Then you're going to get Cleveland to win game 2. Cleveland might even mess around and win game 3 in the Garden. Fine. Donovan Mitchell, have your moment. Series ain't over yet. The Knicks win game 4 in the Garden. Tied 2-2. Then I think the Knicks win game 5 and finish it out in a magical MSG moment, win that playoff series. And I think the Knicks advance and then get gentlemen swept by the Milwaukee Bucks in the next round.
Yeah, I think who's going to guard Mo? What's it's going to be? Mitchell Robinson versus
Nobody plays defense in the NBA.
versus Mo.
Oh, I don't know, but it's the playoffs.
Oh
Jack.
my God, that was
Jack,
a
it's the
terrible
playoffs,
statement.
Jack.
That
It's
was
the
a
playoffs,
terrible
Jack.
Nobody.
I don't know, Jack.
When you think about it, in retrospect, the best offense beats the best defense.
Who had 2 blocks?
That's all I care about.
Remember my boy Aaron Nesmith came into the game 5, came in. What'd he do? He spiked 3 balls right off the rim, right away, 3 blocks. That's defense. Choking away that
That's
statement.
fine.
No
And
defense.
that's why-
No defense
And that's
in the
why
playoffs.
he's not on the
No
Boston
way.
Celtics anymore.
Jack,
That's why he's
look-
not. That's why Jason Tatum and his best offensive ability in the history of basketball is still on the Boston Celtics and not Aaron Nesmith, because Aaron Nesmith has that defensive ability that nobody cares about in the NBA. It's a good role
But
playing
it's
spot.
there.
They're
But
on a
it's
different
there.
team.
They play defense in the. They play defense in
Yes.
the.
Dude,
in the-
who's
in
gonna-
the
What
playoffs?
really matters
No,
is does Jason Tatum go for 50, 40, or does he go for 19 on 2 of 17 shooting? That's what matters. That's how or does Jaylen Brown do what Jason Tatum doesn't do?
Well, hold
That's
up.
the Celtics situation.
Here's
That's
my question.
crazy.
Here's my question to you. What is it that got the C's to the finals last year? Was it their offense?
Damn, is he frozen
Oh.
again? Is he frozen? He's frozen.
I'm not frozen. I'm just processing so I can, hey, guys, give me a sec. That was a tough question. You want to repeat it, actually?
Yeah. My question is what got the Celtics to the finals last year? Was it their offense?
No, it was the fact that the Boston Celtics understood the situation.
It was the-
Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, it was their coming out party.
on the offensive end or on the defensive end, though?
On the everything end, bro. But everything happens on the offensive end. Fine. Defense, whatever. it doesn't matter. What do we see? What highlights do we see? It's offense. It's offense. It's offense.
Bam at a block, bio block, Jason Tatum at the buzzer, game one.
I was in
defense.
the
That was one.
I'm not.
Not.
All right.
Not.
Let's just be honest. I'm not saying defense does not completely matter. I'm not saying things don't happen at the defensive end because I'm going to be honest. Yes, we have the best defense. Like last year, we were arguably the best defensive team this game has ever seen, right? But what ultimately matters is who can make the final shot in the final moment. You got to put the ball in the basket. And if we don't have the guys to do it, which Tatum and Brown have been up in the air in those big moments. Am I wrong?
No,
I mean,
no, I agree with that.
Jason Tatum not performing in the NBA Finals. All right, he's our guy. So he's got to make that final shot. He's got to drop that 35-point in game 5, right? He's got to show up in game 4 when Steph goes crazy.
You know what? I really
matters, bro. Defense is only going to get you so far, not against Golden State, because Golden State is about to drop 29 points in a matter of 2.5 minutes.
Here we go.
All right,
Speaking of, do I have permission to just run over? Can I run over another series here real quick?
Yeah.
I mean, Jack, I've been meaning to talk to you about this. I think Sacramento is. I mean, kicking your boy Steph Curry out of the playoffs in 7 games.
If you're bashing Kendrick Perkins the way you are, you better back his statements about Sacramento.
Bro,
come on, bro.
Golden State
Come on, bro. Stop.
is not.
You're just still butthurt.
They're not.
Change the tattoo to 23. Change the tattoo to 23.
I might be a bias. I said this on. I think it was last night's post-game show.
Biased.
I might say last game's post-game.
My neighbors hate me, bro.
The Warriors are not going into Sacramento winning Game 7. That's not happening,
bro. You know, Steph Curry's middle name is Steph.
I know.
Sacramento Curry. Like,
and it's not Steph's fault. And it's not going to be Steph's fault.
Bro, Steph is going to drop 50 every game, bro.
Yeah, he's going to have to for them to have a chance. Yes, he's going to have to.
I don't know, man. The Warriors have been bad.
The Warriors are nice,
dude, it's
bro.
like I know
they are the best team in the Western Conference right now.
Oh, I mean, they're the team to beat, technically, the defending champs. Until the champs
really
get beat, they're the team to beat.
No,
they're not going to have to play Phoenix until the Western Conference Finals.
So let me ask you this. Say in which, mind you, we don't see the 6 seed beating the 3 seed often, but say Golden State beats Sacramento. You think they're going to go on the road where they've been 10 and 32 this year, 10 and 9 and 9 and 32, and you think they're going to
too much? Yeah. So I don't pay too much attention to regular season stats.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, you can't say that.
Oh my gosh.
I literally I understand the situation at hand, which is the fact that the Golden State Warriors have the roster they just had when they just won their last championship. And they've been in 6 of 8 championships, and they're about to go to 7 of 9 championships. And as a Boston Celtics fan, I sit here today and say, if we play the Golden State Warriors, I don't know. I don't know how we beat Steph. I do not know. Like we were up 2-1, bro, but for some reason, it was like we had no chance. And Steph Curry just came alive, bro.
I mean, that's true.
Jack.
I sit here worried.
You cannot compare this team.
Well, hold on. Yeah. Well,
situation to last year.
Yeah, let's not act like the Warriors weren't a 53-win team last year.
Yeah, the Warriors were a lot better than they are.
How does regular season not mean anything? Look at Brooklyn last year.
In Golden State's worst year, outside of the Steph Curry, Klay Thompson injury years, right? In this dominant 6 to 8 year run for Golden State, this has been a pretty down year compared to most years. You got the Jordan Poole, Draymond Green controversy. Steph Curry's out with injuries. Klay Thompson, you don't know what Klay Thompson you're getting every night. Andrew Wiggins sidelined because of whatever's going on. And yet they sit in prime position playing Sacramento, who I don't know if they can compete in a 7-game series. We haven't seen it.
But
then they're
you
going to have to play an old Lakers, or they're going to have to play a young Memphis that they own, both of them. And then they're going to have to play a tired Phoenix or Denver, whoever beats up on who. Guys,
wait. Why is it a tired
Wait.
Denver or Phoenix, but it's not a tired Golden State?
Justin, wait.
because Golden State knows how to do this, bro.
You can't.
Can I just say I think Sacramento, if they don't, Sacramento, in order to win in 7, they need to play exactly how they've been playing all year. But like you said, Jack, it's different in the playoffs. So if they falter, way different. So if they falter under that pressure, they will lose. I'll say that. But if they can keep it going, keep that engine going, then I can see them winning in 7. I can see them going on that kind of run, and especially the games. Especially,
tell me who you got out of the West right now. Like,
Phoenix.
Look at it from a real perspective.
Phoenix.
You got Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Phoenix.
Kevin Durant, if they stay healthy.
I don't think Golden State makes it out of the second round. That's their peak. That's their ceiling. That's what they've shown
Here
me.
we go.
Why is that? Why is that? And where do they get beat?
On the road is where they get beat. Golden State has been the bottom 3 road team this year.
Game on the road. You got to win one playoff.
And I don't think they can do that. When you win a total of 9 over 82 games, what leads me to believe that they can win one at 82
games? It's a lifetime of
41.
Steph Curry, and I know what he can do, and he can steal that game on the road. They got the core together. Cores win you championships.
Okay, but what they don't have?
Yeah,
They have failed. They have failed to develop their players around Steph Curry. Look at Jordan Poole. He's the best thing that's ever happened to them.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, exactly. He's the only one. What happened to Kuminga? What happened to Wiseman? What happened to Moody? Where's Iguodala? That guy hasn't shown up. That guy's hurt. That guy's old. That guy's
playing golf. Playing golf. He's just like the Udonis Haslam of the Warriors.
I was about to say. Yeah.
I wouldn't hold up. I wouldn't call Jordan Poole's season amazing.
Yeah, I wouldn't either compared to last year, bro. He was current, but in the playoffs, bro, he has that ability on a Steph Curry off night to go for 35 points, and no other team has a fourth guy to do that.
Celtics. Just saying. Derek, I mean,
in the West.
I don't know, man. I look at
in the West. So
hold up. So last year, this is what I'm thinking. Golden State didn't do it. Golden State was nowhere near the most talented team last year in the league. They just weren't. Boston was more talented. Who else? Not Denver. Phoenix was more talented. Milwaukee was more talented. Yeah, but hold up. I'm getting to a point here. It'll all connect. Don't worry. But what did it for them last year was their experience. Steph Curry, you're right. Totally. You are right. Steph Curry was that guy in last year's playoffs. First round, he ran into a depleted Denver team with no Jamal Murray and no Michael Porter Jr., right? All right, cool. Injuries are part of the game. Then he ran into a Memphis team who had never been there before. They had never gotten a taste of the playoffs. I mean, they did the year prior in that first round, but that was it. Cool. They ran into the third round. They ran into the Luka show. I mean, come on. Everyone knew Dallas was a product of the Phoenix Suns collapsing. And then the fourth round, they ran into the Boston Celtics, who were out of gas, and Jason Tatum got a taste of reality, right?
Yep.
So I don't think that translates to a championship this year. I think teams are more talented, have more experience, and the Warriors just don't have what it takes. You got to build good habits, and those good habits aren't there that they had built last year in the second half of the year.
My problem is that I agree. I agree with a lot of what you say. When I woke up on Monday morning to see the playoff picture, I literally said Golden State in the West, and there's nobody else because of that playoff picture. If they were playing Phoenix, I don't know, because that takes a lot out of that first series. That's a 7-game series. I don't know who wins that, right?
Yeah.
They play Sacramento. Like you said, not a whole lot of experience out of Sacramento against literally arguably the greatest dynasty in all of basketball, right? So then you talk about, damn, that's a crazy statement to say. I like lost my train of thought. Keep talking.
You're going back on it. He's going back on it now. He's realized he screwed up.
That is the first time I've ever seen you do that, Jack. I'm not gonna lie.
It was just like
go
it
back
was
on
just
it.
like one of those things where I am the biggest Celtics fan. I'm the biggest Celtics fan. But at the end of the day, I love Steph Curry too, and I've modeled my game after him when I grew up playing hoops. And I've watched him so much more than any other player to understand what he's going to do, bro. They're going to win it. They're going to win it.
The finals.
And no. Sorry. They're going to win it against Sacramento, against a beat-up Lakers or a beat-up Memphis. One of them is going to get beat up. That's a 7-game series early on.
We're throwing excuses out there.
What's the excuses?
Beat up.
Well, I mean, Memphis is beat up right now. Memphis is beat up.
Memphis is beat up.
LA,
Lakers are always beat up.
Yes.
Yeah, but if
Lakers aren't getting out of that first round. Lakers are getting bounced.
I agree. Memphis wins that first series.
Yeah.
So let's just say Golden State plays Memphis in round 2 after they play.
I don't know if they can do it this time, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if they can do it. Memphis is a good basketball team.
I think if
do it.
I agree. I think if the Warriors if they beat Sacramento, I think they're cruising, but I think they beat Memphis. I think they have a better chance beating Memphis than they do Sacramento, to be honest with you.
Well, you know what? You know what I'll say? This is what I'll say. My gun to the head, who comes out of the West pick, right? Life or death, who am I picking? I'll go Golden State. Because you're right, right? Right. But that's my gun to my head. That's like my life's on the line, right? That just makes the most sense. Because you are right. Every time Golden State has been there, they have done it. They have at least gotten to the damn finals, and that's respect there. You've got to give them their credit. And I'm a firm believer of when you do it, you are the team to beat, and until someone beats you, right, you're gonna do it. Last year with Milwaukee, what was I saying, guys? You got Jackson, but Justin, what was I saying? I was saying until Boston beats Milwaukee, Milwaukee is the team to beat, despite how good they're playing. So I'll agree with you on the census that the Golden State Warriors, gun to my head, they're my pick to come out of the West to save my life. But I think Phoenix does it.
I mean, bro, we've just seen hints of it all year out of Golden State. Obviously,
I don't know. Have we though?
No.
What?
I'll defend Jack. There's been certain games, but like
we haven't Golden State, and that's all you need, bro.
And that's only at home. They have never, ever shown it on the road. It's only at home on national TV that they show it.
It's every season that they've like won and shit. Like they go on that like run in the season. They put together a stretch of games, but this season they haven't gone on that like stretch. Like they've had like individual games, I think, like that they've played well and beaten a better team than them, but they haven't really had that stretch of games this year where they've just like ran away from the competition. I feel like.
I think the West is so wide open, dude. We all sit here, and usually the NBA is pretty easy to pick and choose, and I think it is. But you guys are going to make it difficult for yourselves in the West. It's Phoenix and Golden State, and then it's Golden State in 7 or 6.
All right. I mean,
7 or 6. You said against Phoenix, they're 7 and 6.
Yeah, but dude, I think. Listen,
you don't think if KD stays healthy, that team is gonna?
No, because Steph doesn't let them lose. Steph, Draymond, and Clay don't lose that series, bro.
Dude, Draymond's a fucking bum now. Like, yeah, I'm sorry for not sorry, but he is, bro. Like, come on.
No, he's not, bro.
Oh, that's
dude,
so
Draymond's
good.
the whole clown, bro. Like, yeah, dude, like. He's doing podcasts, bro, as the playoffs are coming up.
Here's my thing. This is my thing. Jack has nailed it on the sense. Like I said, what did I say? That that we haven't seen the Warriors when they're in the playoffs not do it. But whatever comes up, what's the law? What is it? What goes up must come down.
Go down.
Yeah, like at some point.
Not until Steph really.
At some point.
I agree with that. The Warriors are going to be. They're going to be in contention until Steph retires. I agree.
Steph was the best player in basketball this year. But he obviously didn't play a lot.
Steph Curry? No.
Steph Curry was not the best player in basketball.
Not the best player
when he played, when he was on the court,
No,
Ooh,
he was
nah.
not.
play a lot.
That's
He didn't play a lot.
maybe last year from like
Wait, you think he's the best player this year?
No,
When he
no, no, no,
played.
no. I think when he was on the court, you'll see it in the playoffs. He'll be the best player on the court at all times.
I think it's probably been Giannis this year, to be honest with you. I think.
Yeah,
I
The
mean-
best player in the game, or the best player in the entire league? What are you talking about?
There won't.
What?
I mean,
What
that's
do you
That
think?
makes
Yeah,
no
but
sense.
yes,
There
guys,
won't.
the best player in the game, like in the game, like Sacramento versus
Oh,
Golden State, he's the
oh,
best
oh,
player in the
oh,
series,
oh,
or he's the best
oh,
player in the
oh.
league?
Oh, no. I'm saying every series that Golden State plays in the Western Conference, he's the best player on the floor.
Kevin Durant. Come on. This is my thing, right?
Steph, KD, no.
This is my thing. I think Golden State's ceiling is second round. I could see them going to the Western Conference Finals, but they're not going into Phoenix, and they're not beating Kevin Durant. It's just not
I
happening.
agree.
No, I agree. I
Y'all are
don't think
crazy.
there's
Y'all are all disagreeing with the greatest NBA basketball predictor.
I
in the
just think.
Nah,
I mean,
That's
the
cool.
one. I mean, Jack. The
Crazy,
one thing
bro.
is they.
I've been on air for 1 year, bro, and I predicted the entire playoff bracket perfectly last year.
Well, all right. Let me hear it then. What do you have? Let's pull up the bracket.
All right,
Let
bro,
me
I'll
hear
give
it this
you
year.
right now, bro. All right, bro.
Let's hear it.
So Denver in 5.
Over,
Phoenix,
over.
who the hell cares?
OKC.
Honestly, I don't care about that. You're not going to
No,
get a
that's
good
facts.
answer out of me. I don't care about those teams.
I agree.
Denver in 5 doesn't matter who they play. Phoenix in 7, Clippers are going to give them a challenge once Paul George comes back. Golden State, gentleman's sweep. Memphis in 7 against the Lakers. It's going to be a hell of a series. All right, then we're going to go to the East. Milwaukee in 5 against whoever the hell they play. Knicks in 6 against Cleveland. Sixers 4-0 against the Nets. Celtics 4-0 against the Hawks. All right, back to the West. Phoenix in 6 against Denver. Yeah, Phoenix in 6 against Denver. Golden State in 6 against Memphis. And then Golden State beats Phoenix in 6 games, I want to say. And then Milwaukee's going to beat the Knicks. Boston's going to beat the Sixers in 5. Both those are in 5. And then Milwaukee-Boston, I think, is a 7-game series. I'd love to say 6. I'd love for the Celtics to win it in 6. But I think, one thing we all can agree on is in being a Boston Celtics fan, nothing comes easy. So we'll have to probably go to Milwaukee and win one on the road, which we know how to do. And we'll win that game, go back to the finals, play Golden State. And I think the Boston Celtics beat the Golden State Warriors this year. 7 games,
Let's go.
Jason Tatum finals MVP,
All right.
and it's a beautiful day.
There you go.
Did I make
I'm
you
not gonna lie.
happy? Did I make you
I-
happy,
I-
Justin?
I didn't
Nah, why
see
you
much.
say?
I-
Let me put the sad. Let me get the sad music
I'm
on.
sorry.
Yeah, let me get the sad.
Don't
music on.
leave me.
Can you say it in a slow voice for me as I play the music, please?
Yeah, dude.
I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to get
All right,
copyright.
I mean, I don't disagree with much, but I mean, Golden State doesn't make it back. They haven't shown me anything this year, and I think that's my take. I think I'm going to stay strong on that. I think
It's
Golden
those
State.
4 teams, though. It's those 4 teams. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah,
Anything can
it
happen in any given year. I lean on my gut. I understand Tatum wants it the most. Steph's going for 5. Those are the 4 teams, though. It's Phoenix, it's Golden State, it's Boston, and it's Milwaukee.
Agreed.
I mean, I don't hate it, but
I agree.
I got Memphis in that 4. I got Boston, Milwaukee, Phoenix, and Memphis. But
I don't think Memphis has what it takes.
Nah,
To be
you're
honest with
overthinking
you,
it.
I think I'm picking Golden State over Memphis.
Yeah.
I think if
if I'll tell you what, after game 2, if Golden State shows me that, all right, we have just decided to turn the switch on, Wiggins comes back, all right, then I'll say it. But they got to show me that first. They got to show me that they can flip the switch on whenever they please. Because Last year, a really good last 25 of the season in preparation for the playoffs. This year has been rough all throughout the year. So I got to see that from Golden State first before I'm going to give them the benefit. Sacramento deserves Sacramento has been great this year.
Sacramento's been great. There's no hate to Sacramento. They just can't compete with Golden State in a 7-game series. This is real basketball now. The jitters in game 1 from Sacramento, bro. Golden State's winning game 1. I'll
Jack,
sit here and say
Jack,
it.
you know what? Jack, I think Sacramento is going to be too hostile of an environment for this Warriors road.
Sacramento is going to be bumping. Sacramento is going to be bumping. What is it? Their first playoff appearance in 22 years?
Exactly, dude. They haven't been there, dude. That place is going to be sold out. Everybody is going to be screaming in there. And I don't know. This Warriors team, man, can't win on the road for shit.
And they got to show it. If they can show it, if they go in.
If they go in and win game 1, then that will
or 2. Either one. Yeah, they just got to show me
1 or 2.
But I mean, you can't disagree. You can't disagree, Jack, with this statement right here. The fact that they have only won 9 games on the road in the regular season, right? Yes, I get it. This is real basketball. Yes, I get it. They've been great. I get it. It's a dynasty. But 9-32 is concerning. No, not at all. Not at all. I know you don't believe that.
I could care less about
I know you don't believe that.
I could honestly, you can have that stat. Everyone out there that wants to hate on Golden State and not think Golden State is going to go back to the finals this year, you can have that 9-32 stat. And you can shove it up, you know what, and Golden State's going back to the finals.
But in order to win the finals, you got to win on the road, dude.
They're not going to beat Boston. They're not going to beat Boston.
I know.
I'm going to ride the Golden State train until they get out the West.
But even to get there, it's just I don't know if they can. Like I said,
anybody.
If they can win one of these next 2 games on the road, then that'll change my whole mindset on them. But until they can prove it, then I can see them getting eliminated as late as I can see
as early as round 1. They can. I think
as early as round 1. But I mean, just based on how well Sacramento's been this year, their offense has been historic. But
yeah,
I think my biggest thing with them is just Jack, like you've said, is just experience. They've never been there.
Well, not just that. I will say Sacramento, as good as they've been on offense, their defense has been really, really concerning. And I think the Golden State's offense has actually been very good. I believe, if I'm correct, there were 2. They were 2.
And that 5 they got on the court together. When they're on the court, stats do not lie. They're damn near the best starting 5 in the NBA.
I mean, they are. I mean, I will say this: they are the second best offense, points per game wise, in the league. They pass the ball better than anyone else. I mean, they play some solid defense, and you're right. They got Steph Curry. You present a good case, and I'll give you that. But end of the day, I got to see it first. And I'm not gonna lie. If I were to bet on anyone, or I wouldn't bet against Steph right now. And that's with LeBron being in the playoffs. So 2 people I don't bet against is Steph Curry and Jason Tatum. And but I don't think they can do it. And I think it's going to be interesting. Despite that, I think it's going to be a great playoff, though. That's something we can all agree on. I think this has potential to be a much better playoff than last year, one of the better ones we've seen, I think, in recent memory. And it starts with the Boston. Game 1, Saturday, 3:30, Seahawks. I'll be there. I'm excited. Garn's going to be bumping. Jack, you're going to be there, you said?
Yeah, I'm pulling up. You're
pulling up, so Jack's pulling up. Guys, it's going to be a good one. I'm excited. Thank you so much for listening in onto this episode of the Celtics Talk Weekly. You can catch us next week, same time, 5 o'clock on Wednesday or Thursday. It goes up. Again, thank you so much for listening, and until next time, go Seas.